Hi all, it's Livy here, and I have a very exciting announcement to make today. So just like what I did with the solo PnP game design contest on BGG last fall, I am also going to be participating in the 9-card print and play design contest that is going on right now. So this time around, things are going to be a little bit different. The contest itself is not just for solitaire games, but there are a lot of solo games. Since this channel is only about solo games, I will only be testing and reviewing the solo games of the contest, but there are quite a few of them that have been entered so far. The contest will be taking entrants up until April 1st, and then voting will open on May 1st. So something I realized from the last contest is that not all of the games that I reviewed and made videos for had actually had very much playtesting up until that point. And I realized that maybe some of the designers would much rather me put my time and effort into helping with playtesting efforts rather than into making playthrough and video reviews. So this time around, I have given the designers two options. So one is that I can do something just like in the last contest. I can do a playthrough video and a review for the games, or I can go through multiple rounds of playtesting and work on testing the game in multiple phases of development, even if that means that I'm going to have to remake the components a couple of times. So for the designers that go with that option, I will not be making a video for their game, obviously. But at the end of the contest, I am going to be doing something pretty similar to the last solo contest. So just like for the last contest, for this contest I will be making like a top 20 or top 10 solo games of the contest list at the very end after all the votes are in. So you might be wondering what I've been up to and why I skipped my upload last week, and that is because I've actually been pretty deep into the building and testing phases of these games so far. I think there's going to be quite a few more entrants than there are right now. In fact, that's what happened during the last contest as well. I was pretty surprised by how many games there were. But at this point, I'm printing and building and playing the games, learning their rules, and getting really familiar with their gameplay so that I can make videos more confidently in the future. For the last contest, I had to make 56 games in just about 2 months, and so I've kind of worked out a system that works really well for me when having to make a ton of videos in a rather short amount of time. So what I've learned is that it's easier to test and review games kind of in phases. So first I print all the games, then build all the games, and learn all the games, and then play each of them multiple times over multiple days. And then once I've got that down, I have a big filming day, so I only have to set up the equipment once, and then I do a big batch filming, and then I move into the editing phase and release them one by one after that. This does mean that my upload schedule becomes a little bit erratic. There might be gaps of time where you don't hear anything from me, and then there will be short stretches of time when I'll be uploading one or more videos per day, multiple days in a row. I know that this isn't ideal for the YouTube algorithm in terms of getting recommended videos and gaining more viewers, but honestly, I just want to do what's best, I think, for the reviews, what's best for the games, and what's best for my sanity. So my life is in a slightly different place now than it was last fall. Now I have less time on my hands to really devote to testing all of these games, and so I have to focus on efficiency much more. This is the unfortunate side effect of having to go back to my normal life. I am not a professional YouTube reviewer, although I'm not ruling out the possibility in the future if this channel grows. Not a super realistic idea, but hey, I can dream. So just to let you know what to expect from this channel for the next month or so, as I said before, there might be small gaps of time where you don't really hear much from me, but that's just because I'm doing pretty intensive playtesting. And in fact, there have been a couple of designers that have already requested multiple rounds of playtesting instead of my making a video for them. So I'm taking this job kind of seriously, and I'm really putting a lot of effort into trying to help make these games the best they can be. I do think that my first batch of games is probably going to be done sometime before the end of next week, and so you can look forward to having probably 4 or 5 reviews in a rather short period of time then. With this contest, I do have the benefit of being able to start earlier than I did with the last contest, so hopefully I'll be able to keep up. And in fact, maybe I'll even be able to catch up, which would be really excellent so I can start making and releasing other videos that are not necessarily about the contest. Okay, so maybe I should talk a little bit more about the contest. So as the name implies, this contest is for games that are designed to fit on exactly 9 cards. And in addition, the only components that are allowed in the builds are relatively simple ones. Things like pawns, cubes, and only 6-sided dice. You can only have up to 18 of these, so every game in this contest is going to be pretty compact and pretty easy to build. If you want to try your hand at designing a game, I will have the information in the description below, where you can follow the link to the 9-card design thread on BGG, and you can read more of the details there. I have to say that I'm super excited to try out the games this year. There have been really wonderful things that have come out of the 9-card contest. I know that in recent times, one of the biggest solo hits has been Under Falling Skies, which is a fantastic game that had its humble beginnings in the BGG 9-card design contest. So who knows what gems are just lying in wait, waiting to be discovered this year. Thank you so much for watching this update. I just want to give a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon, who I adore so much and who help make this channel possible. My patrons have access to exclusive posts and updates about everything that's going on behind the scenes with the channel, and will be getting extra information about the 9-card contest as it goes on. In addition, now all of the patrons from even the lowest tiers have access to voting on what videos I'll be making next. So if you have something that you really want me to cover, there is a way for you to have influence over what I make here. If you like what I'm doing here, then please subscribe, because once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I've promised to reveal all of my print and play secrets. So until next time, stay adventurous.